Hi, colleagues. Happy New Year. So, you'd agree with me that if you're running a farm or if you're working in a somewhat busy farm, it's sometimes difficult to keep track of how much clients have paid and how much is still outstanding. Once matters start piling up, it becomes a bit of a challenge to be up to speed to that kind of information. And sometimes you might find yourself in an argument with your client. So, for instance, if you had agreed that you're going to charge him, say, 100,000, you'd quite more often find yourself in a conversation with them, with you saying that he has a lot more fees still outstanding, and him refuting those claims. So you're saying, yo, you were paid 20,000 and you were to pay 80,000, and the client is saying, hey, but I sent you 70,000. So there is no way of keeping track. All right. So I want to take you through our billing feature and how this feature helps you not only keep track of how much your client has paid over the period that he has paid, but also adds a professional touch to it, because you can always, like, send your clients auto-generated fee notes, and it's just a very useful feature for anyone running a legal practice. So let's dive right into it. So assuming you're billing a client for a particular matter, all right? So you'll either come and search for that matter right there, and then go under the client and generate the fee note for him. So assuming you've agreed that he will pay you 200,000, so you come right there and generate the fee note. Okay. So it will tell you who has done the billing, when you expect the fee note to be paid. So let's say we expect the fee note to be paid 30th of this month, and when it's billed, of course, it's today. All right. And then you can add the fee note. You can either put in a time entry or a flat fee, but since I said you had agreed, so it's certainly a flat fee of 200,000, and then the tax is right there, and then you describe it. This can be 50% deposit, and 50% before hearing. And then you can describe, of course, this is towards legal fees, okay, for representation, just as an example. All right. So once you do that, you create the fee note. When you create the fee note, you have, like, the details of the fee note right there. This is the person who was billed. This is what is expected, because it has a tax implication. And that's it. Okay. So now the client opts to pay 100,000 to this. Okay. But before they pay, you want to check out how that fee note looks like, right? Okay, so you want to check out how that fee note looks like right here. So you preview the fee note. This is how it looks like. We can enlarge it a little bit so that you see. So it shows you that you auto-generated a fee note. The terms are 50% deposit and 50% before hearing. It's 200,000. There's a tax implication, so the client ought to pay you 232,000. All right, and the due date is this date. And the their bank details right there. Okay, so this is a fee note. Now, assuming the client at the initial stage paid you 100,000. So I want to show you how you report payment. So you'll just come to the said fee note. Right here, you report payment. So assuming the client has paid you via check, via banker's check, so you'll put in check there, and then the amount 100,000. All right. And then the debt paid, of course, today. You can put in remarks if you so wish. But then you add payment. So once you add payment, the amount reduces. So what's outstanding is 132. You can preview the fee note. So the fee note now keeps track. This is reported payments. It shows you that on January 2nd, 100,000 was paid via check, and now what's outstanding is 132,000. If he further comes and makes payment, say of 50,000 the following week, you come to the particular fee note and you report payment and say that maybe he paid you via mobile money. Paid you mobile money and M-Pesa, he paid you 70,000. All right. So the debt, of course, is that day when he paid you. Add payment. So outstanding is 62. You can preview the fee note. Can enlarge in it. So here's the fee note. It tells you the client, how much was the entire fee note, when the client actually made payments, and what is outstanding. All right. So you know by January 30th, which will be shown at the dashboard, it will remind you when this date is approaching that this entire amount right here ought to have been cleared. But outside that, you have now a clean sheet that details. So you send this to your client and you no longer need to be in an argument because everything has been documented in real time. At the point of payment, you come and report payment, and this becomes your memory. You no longer have to commit how much a client has paid to your mind. All right, so that's our feature for billing. You can download this right here. You can print it directly. You can download it right here and send it to your client, and it gives a touch of professionalism. All right, so one of the other reasons of wanting to use Spotterfile is so that it helps you with managing your fee notes. In the next video, I will take you through how you manage expenses for a matter. All right? Cheers and Happy New Year, and enjoy the rest of the year.